I did get another listing taken down by eBay from their stupid policy. Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller. And every 100 subscribers is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. It's so cold in here, my eyes just started watering. Another miserable sales weekend. But I had my Blackbeard, you can say hello and then say goodbye, okay? But I had my bacon saved, again, by local marketplace. I had, I don't know, around $100 in sales for the weekend, but I had $620 on marketplace. Yes, $620, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I sold the base. So it wasn't like some extravagant amount of sales. The guy that was supposed to come and buy the base on Friday showed up with money, bought the base. Also, he was, I don't know, enamored with the fact that this is what I do for a living. I always tell people, you know, like if they come to my front door, I say, come around the office. I don't want people in my house. I don't mind you coming to my house to pick something up. I don't want you in my house. So come around to the office. And when people come in here, they're always like, what is going on here? And I usually have to explain, tell them also I got a YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. He loved it. He was tickled by the fact that this is what I do. So $600 for the base. Don't remember what I paid for it. I asked the guy I bought it from. I tried to look back on our messages. They were gone. I think I paid $500. So you're like, oh yeah, whatever. You paid $500, I got $600. That wasn't the point. The point was it needed to go. It was sitting around forever. There was no indication that it would ever sell on eBay, because in the last 2 years from Terapeak, there was only, of this specific base, like 5, 6 of them used that had sold ever, and currently listed there's like 10 used ones. So it's just a crapshoot whether or not mine would sell or somebody else's, or I'd have to sell it super cheap, which is what I did. I gave him a screaming deal, $600 for what is basically a $1,000, $1,200 guitar. But I told him, I said, I'm just sick of moving it. I need to clear that capital. Move on with it. Doesn't matter what I paid for it. What can I get for it today? And today, Friday, I got $600 for it. And then the other, James Patterson, mixed lot. I don't know, I got to show you the space. It's empty, but it makes me feel good to have an empty space. Somebody came and bought that for 20 bucks. So again, cleared something out. I have, this one's pretty great. I have 4 TCG player orders, and it's about, I don't know, 50 cards for about $2 in profit. I don't know, the TCG player thing might come to bite me in the butt. The thing is, I listed all the high dollar stuff at the very beginning. So I was making great money at the beginning, and now most of the stuff that's left is very, very cheap. I should have listed everything in a set at the same time. So when people were buying the high dollar card, they might have also bought a bunch of cheap ones. That would have been a better way to go about it. Would that have worked out? Who knows? Let's go ahead and pull an order, because I got yelled at in the comments yesterday because I talk too much. If you don't like me talking too much, you're on the wrong channel, because that's what I do. It is, oh no, no location. Uh-oh. I mean, I know where it is, but to identify which one it is, I'm going to have to pull up a picture, maybe even throw on some glasses. But it is a Barbie twist and turn with a real shoddy haircut. But it's going to be a naked Barbie, which doesn't narrow it down as much as you would think. Nope, that one's got a lot of her hair still. This one I hope sells. The Bionic Woman. I think that's about a $100 doll. That'd be nice. Okay, it's going to be one of these. I think it's that one, because that hairdo looks pretty rough. And that's a Ken, so it's definitely not Ken. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected. This one right here, twist and turn Barbie. Yep, blue eyes, naked. That's the one. And for that Barbie, $34 free shipping from the big Barbie and book buy. Still going great. Next up, actually, listed that basket that's been sitting in this corner forever with coats and these blankets. Sold one of these 3 blankets. These granny square blankets with the vibrant colors, different patches, the black outlines. As far as Afghans and crocheted stuff goes, and it's this one actually, which is, honestly gorgeous.
Gorgeous!
I mean, I wouldn't really call a blanket gorgeous very often, but I've had enough of these in my hands where, you know, you can tell the quality of the person who did it, like their skill level. These were all done by the same person, but this one's off the charts. I don't want to pull it out right now in case I'll get cat hair or something on it. Nobody wants that. But got all those listed this weekend. Countered an offer on that one, $49.99 plus shipping, and that's about the high end of what you'll get for a full-size handmade crocheted blanket in that style. The other styles, you're kind of taking a shot in the dark. They do sell, not at any great rate, and this style doesn't even sell at a great rate. Maybe as the months are getting colder, because, you know, I'm looking only at a 90-day sell-through rate. Maybe if I would have checked Terapeak, it would make sense that a lot of them sell between now and spring. So maybe it picks up from here. But for what was listed, what had been selling, $49.99 plus ship was a good price for me and a great deal for them, because I'm telling you, that is probably the best handmade blanket I've ever had in my hands. And I paid, the three of them were $8 a piece at a sale, and I think I got all three for $15 is what it ended up being. Next up, A4 is a vintage clock. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, why do I do that not every time, but often. I'll go over that way. Maybe back when I had my other shelves, A was on that side, and now it's in my mind. But this is a vintage West clock. It does not function. One of the winders, I think, is stuck. But this is one of those weird items where so many watchers on a broken clock. So many. It blew my mind. I had it listed $19.99 free shipping. I got $14.99 free shipping. I sent out an offer. I think I paid $1 for that. I don't really remember, though. That's just a total guess. Speaking of under $1, around $1. Right here, you got a Mikhail mystery box, which by the time this video comes out, this has already been unboxed and the video is out, so I don't know why I'm showing you. But to anybody curious, I guess this will be a good point. To anybody curious about the Mikhail mystery box and what that's all about, I will link that video that doesn't exist yet at the end of this one. Next up, B313 is a Barbie hat. B3, it's actually B3I. I should go through and correct that, but I always know where they're at. So is that time worth it? I don't think so. And what number did I say? Did I say 3? I hope so, because that's the one I'm grabbing. B3I 3, correct. Vintage Barbie doll hat, wide-brimmed, woven pattern. I'm sure after the ellipses, it says that this is not like an official Barbie product because it's not marked Mattel. And for that item, $10 free shipping from the Big Barbie and Book Buy, which is pretty prominent in today's sales. Next up, Pat 2, which is a McCall's Barbie pattern. Pat 1 must have already sold. Yes, because when I was listing, I did cherry pick the Barbie stuff. This one's off-brand, but it is 2505 McCall's Crafts, because some of them will have actual Barbies in the picture, but this one seems to be telling you it's for Barbies without telling you it's for Barbies. $10.99 free shipping on that one. I paid pennies. Pennies might be an exaggeration. Penny. Less than a penny. And speaking of the Big Barbie and Book Buy, it's a book. It is Random House Reference How to Draw, which it's a bigger book, so it's over here. How to Draw Star Wars, Heroes, Creatures, Spaceships, and Other Fantastic Things. I took a significant percentage off on an offer. Well, I accepted a significant percentage off on an offer, but if you ever wanted to draw Star Wars, I always thought these drawing books were funny. It's like, okay, yeah, we get to this step, and then now you have a picture. It's like, there's a little area between there that I think you're leaving out. But I used to get these from the library all the time. Not this specific one. I would just end up tracing them. I never would try to, like, draw it. I would just trace the picture. I think I had it listed $19.99 free shipping, and I accepted an offer of $10 free shipping from the Big Barbie and Book Buy, which just keeps printing money. And the reason I took such a low offer, this isn't like a super rare item. When I listed, there was a bunch listed, and it's one of those items where even though mine's a good price, there's no guarantee that that buyer is going to exist again. So on something that I got for very little, I've made a lot of money on the deal so far. It's medium mail. All those things added up to me accepting a very low offer. I did have my aggressive sale. I bumped it up to 25%. Did not help. But one of the items that was in there, B5B, is a lot of Crown Royal bags. right here, which I did, and these are, I think, the peach ones. Yeah, peach, and it is 3 of them. That's a fairly new listing to be in that sale, but I did make money on the bags already, and the competition on selling Crown Royal bags is pretty stiff. There's a lot of them out there. Another item, I'm not waiting for the next buyer. I'm taking the little profits there and moving on. $8.24 free shipping. Next up, B3A is a Microsoft Xbox hard drive that I pulled out of one of these broken Xbox, and this is worth more than the broken Xbox. So make sure to rip the bits and pieces off of a Xbox before you sell it for parts, because those I might get $15 plus shipping. That I get $26.99 free shipping, which is like the same amount of money, and there's no guarantee either of those will sell. If they don't sell, I don't know, within 6 months, or at least one of them doesn't sell, I might lock them together. I might also just trash them. Maybe rip the face plates off, maybe even scrap them down to their bits and pieces, but even that, as I'm saying it, I'm not going to do that. There's no way that the value is there. Even though a couple videos ago I said part it out, that one, I think that's an item that I'm not the only one with that idea. Next up, B3C is some vintage cookie cutters. Halloween-themed cookie cutters. You see these often in the standard Christmas shapes, but this one has a witch and a pumpkin, I think. Nope, witch and a ghost and another witch. Or is that a ghost? Maybe a skull. I don't know. But that's another item. Countered an offer, I think what happened. I think they sent me an offer of $5. I countered $9.99 free shipping. I have no clue what I paid for those. I have no clue where I got those. I'm really surprised these didn't sell earlier, for one, and for more money. These are more rare than the Christmas ones. But if you see this style in the vintage Christmas ones, they do sell regularly, not for a ton of money, so don't overpay for them. So like I said, weekend sales, this is it, plus the blanket. That's it. If that blanket hadn't sold, miserable. And I'm not going to be that channel that's going on and on about my sales. I'm going to figure it out. Hopefully, when I figure it out, I can let you know how I figured it out, how I turn things around, and that helps you if your sales are slow. For the most part, I think people need to prepare for sales to be slow. I think that's the best thing. Don't have your mind tricked to saying, okay, well, next week it'll be better. Tomorrow will be better. It might not. What is your plan if it doesn't get better? That's always something to keep in mind. But also, little side note, it snowed this morning. Ugh. And I have to go to a wedding tomorrow outside, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow. I am not excited about that. I'm excited for them to get married. I'm very happy for them. My face doesn't say that because I don't like being cold, but I gotta go to a wedding outside. Ugh, ugh. So bummed out about it. I did bring some of the boat parts in. Well, for one, I just had some in my car. I cherry-picked a couple of the more expensive ones that I haven't listed yet. I'm not even gonna show them to you. They're just random boxes of random boat thingies. I don't know how motors and boats work. I like riding in boats. I used to own a boat. I'll never own a boat again in my life. For the amount of money it costs to upkeep a boat, I could just rent a boat twice a summer, and I don't even get a chance to go boating twice a summer, so I will never own a boat again. But I did bring one of the boxes that most of the stuff came in, stuff like this water eliminator, blah, 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 blah. I have no clue what this even does. Some type of fuel filter type of thing. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm not a boat guy, and I'm definitely not a motor guy. But I wanted to see how these boxes were going to fit and where's going to be a good place for them. But they fit very well on my backstock area, which I was wanting to eliminate all of these shelves, just get them out of here and just maybe put a table down instead. But because these fit so well, and there's most of the stuff is in this style thing, and I can write like the whatever number it is and shelf number and make it very organized, I think that's what's going to happen here, is going to take over this area. The boat parts, like I said, item like this, I don't remember exactly, but like 75 bucks, this item right here. So the deal is going to work out in my favor, inevitably. All super long tail. But like this item, $7.99 free shipping. So super cheap, barely worth it. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, okay? So there's gonna be a large range between them. So what I decided to do is for all the boat parts to make it simple and to make it repeatable for when Jen does listing for me, I'm going to do their own shipping policy. I went in my business policies, I made their own shipping category, and all it is ground advantage, and then the second choice is priority, third choice is FedEx, UPS. But I put ground advantage first, and I'm gonna do calculated, where normally, if I'm gonna sell something that weighs 4 ounces and it's $9.99 free shipping, I'm gonna do $9.99 free shipping. But with the boat parts, I'm gonna do, like for this item, I think it's listed $2.99 plus shipping. So I can list the super cheap ones, but I never have to concern myself with them selling for less money, like costing me money. I never have to concern with them costing me money to ship, because the shipping will always be there, and I can reduce the price, I can run sales, I can do whatever I want with the store as a whole without interfering with the cheap listings that will be listed. And I'm gonna still list all those because it's going to be an overall total. It's really something you gotta, I'm not saying I'm good at it, there's a line, but when you make a buy, you do have to look at it as the overall total, but you also don't want to waste your time. Where, say this was $2.99 plus shipping, that I'd have to wipe down and all that kind of stuff. These are boat parts, new in package with a barcode. I'm not wiping the dust off the packages. I'm picking the worst looking package as my front picture, so they know that, like, see, there's dust on that one. I'm not wiping them down, nothing. They're for a mechanic. There's no need, as far as I'm concerned, especially with the cheap ones. So there's no time. Let me take that back. There's very little time. The wedding, Halloween, all of that stuff. Jen is in the wedding, so she's having to do a lot of bridesmaid work, things like that. I'm having to have the kids on days that aren't my days. Even though sales are slow, my first half of this week is basically shot. I'm accepting that sales are going to continue to be slow, probably because I'm not going to be listing, and I'm just having to pack this stuff up, and that's basically it. That'll basically be my entire day. I'll probably film the Mikhail mystery box immediately after packing stuff, but that's it. And the wedding, it's outside. This is Cadence's, she's the flower girl, and she's Wednesday Addams. But I mean, this is what she's got to wear. I feel so sad for her. And then here's Thing, which is pretty cool. We did a little, we did one of those trunk or treats yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday? I don't know. My head's so screwed up right now. So the kids got to do some trick-or-treating anyways. I hate when my life gets, even though it's something I enjoy, you know, going to weddings, but my whole week is just thrown off and it's driving me crazy. Also, I did get another listing taken down by eBay from their stupid policy, which I should have caught it because it's the exact same thing that happened the last time, where one of the jewel pops, the name of the jewel pop is like Ruby Spiral. The name from the company, the name in the catalog, it's Ruby Spiral, but I can't put Ruby in the title because it's not Ruby. And, you know, normally you would circumvent that with something that's not gold, but it's gold tone by saying it's gold tone or ruby colored. But the name, the actual name of the item, so if somebody goes to search it, they're going to look up Ruby Spiral, because that's what it says in the magazine or the book or whatever, when the collectors of those or the buyers of those, which they seem to be collectors, when they go to look for it, they're looking for Ruby Spiral. So all I did is the same thing as last time. I changed Ruby from R-U-B-Y to R-U-B-E-E and put it back up because I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to push against eBay on that thing, but they just need to have a checkbox. When the things like gold, silver, ruby, diamond, when those words come up in the title, have a prompt that says, does this item contain X? Yes, no. How hard is that? Fixes the whole thing. Easy. Am I ludicrous for thinking that's just the easiest fix ever and they're just glossing over the simplicity of it? I think that sometimes happens where because of it's such a huge entity that the simple answers get passed by for more complicated, huge system waves. Because the last one got pulled down, I don't know, months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. No, it can't be 6 months ago. I didn't list them that long ago. 3 months ago. Long time ago. Whatever. Pick a number. But It's just such a simple fix. Drives me nuts. I can't stand it. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little Pete. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let's go. I'm good at this.